Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a long time, but I actually had a really bad microphone, as anyone who saw one of my videos knows already. So I decided to do something about it, to try to find another microphone, and looks like I found what I needed. I got myself a new one. I still haven't really bought it, I'm still testing it. It's from a friend, but it's for sale, so I'm sure we're gonna arrange some kind of transaction. And today I decided to show you a long overdue game, which for me it didn't go so well, as you are going to see now. I'm going into my standard Lakeville south side, pretty aggressive position, but it's really prone to being killed due to suicide. Noob scouts, as you can see, they're already coming here, and this is not good. I'm already spotted. There's no way, there's really very little chances to survive this. I'm getting rushed, I'm getting sniped, I'm even getting team damaged from the Panther 8.8, and this is it, this is my game. I'm done. It happens sometimes, especially on Lakeville. I mean, it happens sometimes generally with scouts, but especially on Lakeville. If you're taking those aggressive positions, it can backfire. You can have really bad games doing this, as you can see. But this game is not really about me. I'm platooned up with RemChuck, who is just a random World of Tanks player. I honestly am not sure what his stats are and how good he is. I invited him earlier that evening into a platoon just to get more experience, because we were playing the same tier, and we ended up playing like 3 hours together, and this was one of the games. He's in his Leopard PTA. He's grinding towards his Leopard tier 10 at this point, and he really likes this tank. He's actually trying to tree mark it, and RemChuck here is going to be the main hero of today's replay. For now, the situation is okay. We have pretty much the same amount of tanks on each of the flanks. The middle, they have some snipers, we have some snipers. They're pushing down, we're ready to defend it. We didn't go too far into it, which actually turns out to be a good choice, a good decision from our entire team. Just to stay, defend. There's these ridges they can use as cover. They're mostly mediums over here. You can see this WZ trying to fall back. He got wrecked from the middle, from the snipers. And if we went into the town too deep, there's a chance that this game would turn out entirely differently, because as we can see, they actually have quite a lot of tanks here. And even though for now we're even, this game will change pretty fast. So, Lakeville, the swamp area, people like to go there because it's, you know, the easiest. You go into that middle, fight over that ridge, and if there's no RT, it can be okay to do it if you're in a good gun depression, good turret armor tank like T-32 or something like that. But the problem is that the ground there is really mushy. It's the softest terrain possible. The tanks are slow, they can't turn, that they can't do anything, so you just don't have the map control from the valley. From the city and from the middle, you can control most of the map, and you don't really care if there's a ton of enemy team or your team in the valley, because you're disconnected from each other. And over here, the situation is getting worse. We're losing tanks right, left, and center. It's really looking bad. RemChuck is doing what he can. He fell back as much as possible without exposing himself to the snipers in the middle. There's a T-28 prototype, I believe T-49, which is not exactly accurate, but that gun is HE based. It's like an RT. He can even splash Leo PTA and Chuck here to do nice damage. Good thing is that there's some help from the team behind, from the base, from the campers, let's say. Well, sometimes they're useful. And actually the city is defended, believe it or not. The two tanks that pushed into the city and killed, I'm not sure what was there. There was one or two tanks there. They killed it. And right now we have the valley, which fell down. Nice. He killed the T-49. The valley fell, and they're pushing with 3 tanks into our base, into our cap. And Chuck is here in a really good position. One of the advantages of Leo, it has good gun depression, so he can use this hill. There's a ton of wrecks of friendly tanks over here to use as cover. And the Leo PTA even has decent camo rating. The gun is great, it's accurate, it has good penetration. Even though Chuck has, what, a few hit points left, Leo PTA can actually do this. And this T-28 prototype tried to kill, I'm not sure if that shot was meant for the Leo or for the T-54, but overall Chuck is doing great here. He has multiple kills. He's getting a better position. There's not a lot of tanks left. There's a T-28 prototype in the middle, and the Type 4 Heavy who is in the cap, and this T-54, I'm not sure why is he doing that. This is completely silly move to do. He just rushed the Type 4 Heavy. He doesn't have the armor to fight him one-on-one, face-to-face, and the Leo and the T-54 have enough view range, and that barn of the tank is big enough for them to spot. From here they can just snipe away, and here RemChuck just loaded the heat, and he's just doing this perfectly. Poke out. I don't think he's even spotted the Type 4 Heavy. Is not really a good view range tank. And that 1390 is also rushing in for no reason. He also could have capped, because if by any chance the Type 4 Heavy could have blind shotted or something, blind shotted Chuck and killed him, this game would be lost. But this way Chuck had an amazing score. And let's see the post-game stats to see how good he did, how much damage, and as we can see he has 10 kills, so that's always a good game. Alrighty, so look at this. I mean, I'm not gonna even comment on my score. This is pretty much pathetic. I managed to get one shot in before I died because of the suicide scouts, who did even worse than I did. But that's okay. Some people just don't know how to play light tanks, and they just go and suicide for no reason whatsoever. What can you do? I had a bad game, but let's see what Chuck did. So 10 kills, that's Radley Walters medal. Top gun, of course. High caliber, of course. Tank sniper, because most of it was sniping to the middle and into the cap. We also got Confederates, so this was an awesome game. 6,800 damage and more. That's just great for any tier 9 tank. Really, heavy, medium, TD, whatever. That's a great result. And thank you, Chuck, for this game. We would definitely lost if you weren't there. That was played perfectly in my opinion, and I'm looking forward to playing with you in the future. As I said, without you this game would be a total loss, one of the worst games you can have in an RU251, and I'm really happy to show this replay here, because I think it deserves to be highlighted, it deserves to be showed on YouTube to as an example on how to play the Leopard PTA. It's a long range sniper, that's its best environment. It doesn't have armor, it has great gun, and this way I want to congratulate you for unlocking the Leopard tier 10. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in game. As for everything else, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up down below. If you have any feedback, comment away, and of course subscribe if you like this kind of videos. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video I make.